Hey there everyone, it's me, Mari or Octoinklings, and welcome back for another video, and today we are doing something that has been very requested for a very long time. If you know me, you've seen my Yandere Simulator videos around, and if you by chance have not seen them, I actually have a full series of where I go through all of the rivals and I do my own introduction trailer, so I will be linking the playlist right up here and you should definitely go check it out. And how have I not redesigned the literal main character of the franchise, Ayano Aishi, aka Yan-chan, aka Yandere-chan? And today, I will bring that to you. And hey, I actually am throwing in an extra character. If you saw in the thumbnail, I am throwing in Ryoba Aishi as well. And if you don't know who she is actually Ayano's mother. And she is the protagonist of Yandere Simulator 1980s mode. And in my opinion, I will get into this later, Ryoba is the better Yandere. And this video is actually a partnership with GSJJ. And they sent me some really cool pins and stickers, which I designed myself. And I will be showing them to you in this video, so stay tuned for that as well. So without further ado, I will be actually showing off my Ryoba design first, so let's get into the speed paint, boom. So just for preface, I did try a new style for this, just a different rendering style, so if it's a little inconsistent, please have some sympathy, I'm trying, so yeah. So why do I think that Ryoba Aishi is the superior Yandere? So, Ryoba is described as being very similar to Ayano in the way that she acts in the actual game, but she is very manipulative and cares about her reputation, so she really cares about how people see her, so she usually acts very sweet and kind to kind of trick people, which Ayano kind of doesn't have the ability to. And like I said, she has like this kind of like cold kind of personality, kind of similar to Ayano, but she has learned to mask it, which is very interesting. And to many people, she just comes off as very personable, very nice, and just very, non-threatening, which Ayano does not do because she's scary. And as an adult, since Ryoba succeeded in her plan of getting her mans, she is very nice, very personable, everyone loves her, so yeah. And for my redesign of her, I really wanted to play into this kind of facade that she plays. She is kind of like the emotional mastermind. And this is like very similar to her real story because, I don't know, Ryoba is just such a better character than Ayano. And just to me and my little AU, she would remain as that very sweet, very bubbly girl, and everyone just sees her as a non-threat. So when all these things be going down and all these girls are disappearing, people be like, oh, Ryoba couldn't do that. She would never. She's so nice. I love her because she literally is friends with everyone. Because Ryoba is so smart, she would be like, oh, if I befriend everyone, no one would suspect me of anything. She is just so on top of her emotions and keeping them in check and making sure that she does not give any kind of clue of what she is doing behind the scenes. Even so much that her suitor and the one that she is pursuing has no idea as well, so when he gets with her, he literally has no idea what was going on, maybe until Ayano was born, and then he's like, oh, that's kind of weird that my kid is kind of crazy, yeah. And okay, let's finally get into the visual aspect of what I wanted to change about Ryoba, because I like her design, I just think it's a little bit bland, so why don't we add a little bit to it? It's not egregious like some of the other ones in Yandere Simulator, but I think it needs some work. First of all, let's make the skirt longer. I actually thought she had a longer skirt, but no, that's actually just her adult render that does. I just thought that she did, so I just thought that suited her better. I also gave her the long black tights kind of just to play into the Ayano motif, and then obviously I got rid of the weird like middle school outfit, and I gave her a proper high school uniform. I also swore for some reason that the original had a outfit like this, but I guess not. And then also I kept her ponytail, but I added more like kind of like swoops and like points in her hair coming off the edges just to like kind of make her silhouette a little bit more strong. I think my favorite thing that I added to the design, however, was the little hair bows because I think it just pulls the design together and like, wow, they're just so cute. And also I added them on Ayano as well just to kind of show their bond. And they just needed a little bit of flair to their design. And I think, while simple, it does the job. It does the job. And yes, of course I have to talk about my little characters on the side instead of just the full body. So obviously we have Ryoba angry. This is something that only the victim sees. She ain't showing this to anybody else because obviously she can't show it because that would ruin Girlie's reputation and she's not about that. So yeah, you get a little sneak peek into the actual Ryoba. And then finally, we have Ryoba going teehee with ketchup on her. Yes, ketchup. And even in her successes. She keeps this little demeanor of her silly little bubbly personality, which I think is a perfect little tip, especially compared to her daughter. And here's my final redesign of Ryoba, and woo, we did it, guys! I think it looks really nice. I think I did a really good job. And before we move on to Ayano, I'm going to be showing off my pins and stickers that I got from GSJJ. Woohoo! So here are examples of what I got from GSJJ. And aren't they so cool? The sticker is amazing quality, waterproof and glossy. Whoa! And the pin is a lovely gold, and it's just so beautiful. I have it on my backpack already, and I have this on my computer. You know, and why not just slap it on my sketchbook? So that's what we're gonna do. Woo! And I'm gonna go right here. Beautiful! Now you can know it's mine. And I gifted these both to my friends, and they absolutely adore them. So if you want to get your hands on some stuff that looks like this, GSJJ is really easy to use, and I totally recommend using them because, like, look at this, guys. Look at this. And I like the design so much I use it as my profile picture. Like, aren't I so adorbs? So I'm going to be showing you guys how to get your hands on some of these stickers. So this is GSJJ's website with all their designs and their reviews. And then from here, I'm going to go to products, and then I'm going to press on stickers. GSJJ has a lot of options for stickers, but for this one, I'm going to go with die cut because that's what I prefer. And then I'm going to choose a 2x2 sticker for this and a 100 count. And then you upload a picture of your artwork or any design that you want. So I'm going to be uploading my little Octoinklings sticker. And then for this, my stickers were glossy, so that's what I'm going to be choosing. And then for the proof requirement, I don't really care, so I'm going to choose whatever works best for me. And then for split backing, I want it to be a little bit more easy to peel, so I'm going to go with a split. And then indoor, outdoor, I think I'm going to go indoor. And then once you've done that, you can hit continue and you're all ready to pay and get your stickers on the way. So now that you're ready and you know how to order some stickers, you can get whatever you want from GSJJ. And the link to their website is listed in my description below, and it's also on my link tree, so definitely go check them out if you're interested in getting some really cool stickers, pins, or whatever your heart desires. So with that, let's get into my Ayano design. Okay guys, we've made it to Ayano! Woohoo! Our main character moment. We all know Ayano. And sadly, she is not a yandere. Oh my god, who said that? Who said that? I forgot to mention this in the Ryoba part, but I feel like she did it because she actually loved the guy. What's his name? Jokichi Yudasai. Yes, that's his name. Ayano, on the other hand, I feel like she has no care for Taro. Like we've seen in the Snap, kind of like animation. She just thinks that she cares for Taro. But in reality, she likes emotions. She likes being able to feel emotions, which she gets around Taro. In the end, it's not about him, it's about her feeling emotions. And Ayano, in my opinion, is a narcissist. That's probably not even an opinion, it's true, it's true. So in Ayano's backstory, obviously, she can't feel any emotion, right? And she's just a very, very cold individual, and I don't think she has very many friends. The only friends that she's like shown to make is Infochan, and that is a very like transactional relationship. And sure, you can befriend people in the game, but it's only because you're doing tasks for them, and it doesn't really seem like you're having a very, connected relationship. I say the only friendship that you can have is like the Osana one, if you were to go the pacifist route and like save her cat. But in the end, that is still transactional. Ayano cannot have a single relationship that is not transactional, or seems like it. Where Ryoba, although, yeah, they were transactional to a degree, I feel like Ryoba kind of has this demeanor that is nice enough for people to actually like her, which Ayano is not. She does not do that. And if you watched my version of the Rival introduction trailer, it's very good, and it has a lot of people that you might know a part of it, and I'm gonna link it up here for you. I talk about Ayano a lot in it. And all of the quotes in there are mostly directed to Ayano. Some of them are being nice to her because they don't really know her, and others are kind of just like, you're a weirdo, can you get away from me, or stop causing problems because you're actually a freak. But Oka was actually interested in making friends with Ayano because I feel like they could be friends if Ayano actually stopped deeming her as a threat because, they're both outcasts and maybe they should, start a friendship if, Ayano's not insane. And if I were to make the game, I honestly would shift it away from Taro and kind of like their relationship because I feel like this isn't the point of the game. I get it is called Yandere Simulator, but I feel like this should be called Narcissist Simulator. Okay, we can call 1980s mode Yandere Simulator, but when it comes to the actual game, no. This is not what it is, because it's not about love, it's about Ayano, and Ayano only. Okay, I will stop talking about my problems with Ayano. I actually really did like her when I was into the game, but you know, I just think that her fake personality disorder was just a really bad cop-out, and I think that 1980s mode was obviously Alex trying to retry and give the fans what he said, what they expected from a Yandere Simulator game. Okay, now I will go into the visual aspects of this character, okay. So like I said, I gave Ayano a hair bow. It pulls her character together, and I think the red looks very nice on her character. Also pulls her back to Ryoba, which is really, really sweet. Her mummy, which she got her crazy personality from. I also got rid of that horrendous middle school uniform because I've said this a million times, why is it there? It's so dumb. So I gave her the classic Octoinklings Yandere Simulator outfit. And I gave her a more crazy ponytail with like little, in the words of JoJo Siwa, wispies or frizziness in her hair to kind of pull her together because, you know, she's unkempt. She doesn't care about her reputation like Ryoba does, so she's gonna look a little bit crazy. I kept her long black socks, and I also, for her emotions, obviously, I gave her the very lead paint stare. I also added a kind of black overlay coming over her forehead just to add to the intensity, because I wanted to play into this very, very, very intense kind of stare that she would have, because, like I said, she has zero emotions, so she would literally just have this lead paint stare, just black eyes, black orbs, no highlights, literally just straight through your soul. And then again, with the not half bodies like bust shots, I really wanted to show Ayano's anger in a more in a much less expressive way than I did with Ryoba. So we got a very, very intense stare deep into your soul. And dude, this is scary. This is scary, and I think I did a really good job capturing her emotions. Or would I say lack of? You see what I did there? I'm so crazy. And then we have our final one. Her thinking about Taro, but you know, in reality, she's actually thinking about herself. Because in success, again with the ketchup, she's gonna feel emotions of satisfaction. And that's gonna be like a high to her because she never feels that. So anything she can get is amazing to her. Even if it comes at the expense of other people or even the people that she loves, like Taro. And I actually added highlights to her eyes in this one. If anyone noticed, I thought that was a really clever thing for me to do. So patting myself on the back there. And yeah, that is Ayano. Oh my god, guys. Whoa, that's crazy. And without further ado, let's show off my final designs with a little music video. Boom. And here are my final designs of Ayano and Ryoba next to their canon designs. And in my personal opinion, I made them a lot more visually interesting, and I also added more things that hint to who they are as a person and why they do the things that they do. And you know, I think I definitely have a bias here, but growing up with Yandere Simulator, these are my loves. I love them. And I would love to hear your opinions on what you thought of my designs in the comment section below. And again, thank you so much to GSJJ. And I totally recommend that you check them out because you can get some of these really cool pins and stickers and other things for yourself. And why wouldn't you want to do that? It's awesome! And if you made it this far in the video, maybe consider liking and subscribing because it does mean the world to me and I really, really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. And whoa, before you leave, I have a really big announcement for you guys. As of this video coming out, my Discord server is going live. Whoa, it's gonna be so cool. We're gonna have an awesome community where we share art with each other, give constructive criticism, and just build a community and just have a lot of fun, you know? But I do need you to be at least 15 years old before joining the server. It's just a personal preference for me. But if you meet those requirements and you're ready to read the rules, are you ready to become a true Octoinkling and chat with me and have a lot of fun? And it's gonna be super cool. I'm really excited, so I hope to see you there very soon. And guys, I have a Patreon, and if you want to see my video art early or just see my sketches or other things like exclusive content, check out my tiers, and I will be so grateful. And also, if you want to join as a free member, I appreciate that as well. And even if it seems like my Yandere Simulator era is over, I still have a few more characters that I was thinking of redesigning. I actually wanted to redesign Infochan after my first video, and look at me, I'm like 8 videos in and I still have not done her. So if you are dying to see any characters in particular, let me know in the comment section below. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!